Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. If you are new here, welcome. Come on in and join the family. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and remember the notification bell so you can be reminded every time I upload a video. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create lovely DIYs using mostly items that I find at the Dollar Tree. I try to keep my DIYs budget friendly but easy to do. I hope everyone is well, and I hope everyone is staying safe. In today's video, I am sharing with you some simple and easy holiday decor that I have created to style my little mini Christmas coffee bar. If you want to see what I came up with, then keep watching. And so I'm super excited to be creating my little mini coffee bar. And so I'm going to jump right in with the first DIY and create my tray. And I'll be using 4 of these little wood trays from the Dollar Tree. I have 4 of these sticks that came from the little foam brushes out of the Dollar Tree as well. And then I have one of these little wood planks that came out of the 6-pack. I will be using this cute little wreath out of the Dollar Tree. I thought this was really pretty, and I have one of these large pine cones on one of these long stems, but I am going to cut it off of that. I also will be using my Walmart stencil, and these came 2 stencils in the pack for like $3. I will be using some of the antique wax chalk paint as well as the white color. And so now what I'm going to do is assemble these pieces to create my tier tray. And what I'm doing now is just measuring so I can make sure I glue it down in the center. I'm not pushing the bottom 2 trays together. So what I'm doing is just making sure that I center this top tray. And I'm just going to add the hot glue and press everything down. And then what I'm going to do next is take the little sticks from the foam brushes, and I'm going to add those to the corner of this tray, and I'm just adding some hot glue, and then I'm going to add the stick and press it down, and I'm going to do this to each corner. I think this tray is going to be perfect to hold all of my little supplies, my cocoa, my tea, and I do have some instant coffee packs because sometimes I'm rushing out and I don't have time for a pot, so I do drink instant coffee. And what I'm doing is I'm adding glue to the top of the stick so I can add my last tray, and I'm just going to make sure all of that is centered and pressed down. And then the next thing I'm going to do is take that last little wooden plank, and I'm going to add that to the front of the tray because this is actually going to be my sign. And so I'm just going to add some hot glue and I'm going to press that down. And after I get that down, what I'm going to do is take that antique wax chalk paint, and I am going to paint this entire tray using that color. And then after I get all of this painted, I am going to go in with the white chalk paint, and I am going to distress the tray. I am going to distress the sides on the side of the sign a little heavier because I will be going in with a wording, and I just kind of want to offset the brightness from the words that will be on that sign. And I'm going around this entire tray distressing it. And here on the sides is where I'm going to go a little bit heavier just to offset the word that I'm going to add to the sign. And I'm just going all around the tray. And then I'm just going to go a little light over where I'm going to add my word. And then I'm going to take my stencil, and I'm going to stencil on the word happiness. And I'm just going to take my little round foam brush and go up and down. I like using these round foam brushes when I use stencils, and I just go up and down. I do this so it won't bleed so much. And once I feel like I have that covered, then I'll just pull up the stencil, and there's my happiness. So cute. And now what I'm going to do is just add my decor. I decided to add these berries, and I got this berry pick from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to take that little stem of berries, and I'm going to add it right to the top of the happiness sign, right on the little ledge. And I'm just going to add some hot glue, and I'm just going to press that down. And then my little mini holiday wreath and that large frosted pine cone is what I'm going to use to style in the top tray. And what I'm going to do is just add the little wreath right to the top. I'm going to clip the pine cone off the stem, and then I'm just going to add in the little wreath and put the little pine cone in the middle. I'm going to take some more of the berries off of the Dollar Tree berry pick and just add those around. And this DIY is complete. Now what I'm going to do is work on my other decor that I'm going to add to this coffee bar, and then I'll style everything. But this is how it looks. This is so cute. And now I'm going to get started on the next DIY. I have the Dollar Tree rope, and I'll be using 4 of these wood planks that came out of the 6-pack from the Dollar Tree. I have these red letters here that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and these were $2, but you get a lot in this pack. I also will be using some of my white chalk paint and the antique wax color. The first thing I'm going to do is paint all 4 of these little planks. Now I am going to take some paper towel and wipe some of this paint off because I just want it to be stained. I want a little bit more color, that's why I'm painting it, and then I'll just wipe off a little bit of it. And now what I'm going to do is take that white chalk paint, and I'm only going to distress it heavily in the center. I'm not going to go around the edges, and I'm going to do this to all 4 of the little wood planks. And then after I get all of these dry brushed, I am going to go in with those red letters that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to add my words to each one of them. So the first one, I'm going to go in and add the word coffee. And after I get the word coffee added, I'm going to go in and add the word cocoa, tea, and treats. And so now I'm going to go in with cocoa, and then I'm going to get the words on all 4 of these planks. And after I get all of my words on there, I'm going to go in with the Mod Podge, and I am going to go over each one of these little signs. And I'm just going to brush over, making sure I cover everything so that my letters can stay secured. And then once I get that done, I'm going to add it to my rope. So I'm just straightening my rope out here to give myself an idea. And then I'm just going to flip over each one of my signs in the order that I want them. So I'm going to go with coffee, cocoa, tea, and treats. And then I'm going to glue the rope down to the back of these signs. I'm just going to make sure that I have everything lined up exactly how I want it. And then I'm going to go in with my hot glue and start gluing it down from the top. And I'm just doing one at a time, and I'm making sure that I press it down. And once I got that one connected, I'm going to move on to the next one. And I'm just going to add the glue under the rope, press that down, and we're going to do both sides, and then I'm going to move on to the next. And what I'm doing is just making sure that I create the same distance in between each sign. And once I have all of them glued down, I'm just going to cut off the extra rope at the bottom. And what I did go in with some of my buffalo check ribbon from Walmart, and I created this little bow using the buffalo check ribbon and some jute cord because I figured I may add it after I finish, and I'm going to just take some hot glue and add it to the center of the rope and add my little bow, and then this DIY is complete. And what I'm going to do is put this to the side and create my last DIY for my bar, and I'll be using this holiday sign with this cute little gnome on it that I will be removing and using later. I have some more of the Dollar Tree berry pick, I'll be using some more of my red Hobby Lobby letters, and I have some of the Dollar Tree poster letters here and a little bit of this jute cord, and I will be using some antique wax paint as well as a little white chalk paint. And I'm going to leave this side just like this, and I'm going to go in with the antique wax, and I'm going to paint over this side and then just wipe off a little bit of the paint. And then after I get that color, I'm just dry brushing very lightly with the white chalk paint. And now I'm going to go in and add my words. I'm going to take the lowercase letters and add the word it's, because this sign is going to say it's coffee time. And so I'm just going to add the word it's right here on this side. And then I'm going to use the Dollar Tree poster letters to spell out the word coffee. And I'm just going to go right along the center of this sign. And I'm going to go back in with the lowercase red letters, and I'm going to spell out the word time with those letters. And then after I get the word time on here, I'm just going to go in with the Mod Podge, and I am going to go over this sign, making sure that I secure all of these letters down. So I am going to add the Mod Podge, and I'm going to go gently because I don't want to pull up any of these letters. And I'm just going to make sure that I get everything secured down to this sign. And then after I complete that step, I did clip off some berries, and I'm going to add them right above the word coffee. And I'm just going to take some hot glue and press that down. And I am going to replace the jute cord so this sign could hang. I'm just putting it right back in the holes that were already there. And this sign is complete. And here's a look of my little coffee bar. I absolutely love the coffee, cocoa, tea, and treat sign. This is so adorable. And I absolutely love the It's Coffee Time sign. It is so adorable. And I really like how my little tier tray turned out. And I just stocked it up with some of my favorite items. I have my tea, my cocoa, and some of my little instant coffee pack. I also styled this bar with some other items that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. And I put in some of my little favorite snacks. Thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. And as always, let me know in the comment box down below which one of these DIYs were your favorite. And until next time, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.